Simo, hello.
Sally, how are you?
I'm good. And welcome to The Perfect Pair. We haven't been around for a while, you may have noticed, or maybe not. And Simo's idea is to show us how to do a number of tapas that you can use for entertaining, elegant entertaining, I like to say. So tapas are small dishes you serve as appetizers.
That's right. Yeah. So we're gonna do like a little pita bread from scratch to go with all the tapas. So we're gonna be dipping the bread in on the sauce and everything, like we do back home. We're gonna start with making like a zucchini pickled salad. We usually eat it cold, but it can be served hot. It's very simple with a little bit of spices and lemon juice and.
So for that, it's going to be zucchini and shallots.
Shallots and zucchini. Those are the two ingredients that we're going to be working with, other than, oil, lemon juice, and spices to get it ready. The other dish that we're going to do is vegetable kebab. So we have cherry tomatoes, we have mini peppers, shallots, and mushrooms. And then we're going to spice them, and then we're going to bake them in the oven. And we're going to serve them with the tahini sauce.
So the tahini you take, it's sesame seed, like peanut butter.
Yes.
And then you're going to make a sauce where it's going to be a bit thinner, a bit spicier.
Yes. So we can. There's two ways of making the tahini sauce. You can use mayonnaise as a base, or you can use sour cream as a base, or any other base you want, as soon as you like the taste of it.
Okay. And we're using mayonnaise because we don't have any sour cream.
Sounds good. Mayonnaise works okay. Good, usually.
And then here is an acorn squash,
yes.
Cut in half, and then baked in the oven for about an hour, hour and a half, till it's ready to use.
Yes. So this acorn squash, we're going to use it to make a spice pumpkin dip that we do back home, so we don't have access to pumpkins. So we're going to use acorn as a substitute.
Almost any kind of squash, really.
Will work, yeah. So it's going to have a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of spice, ginger, and dip. So in the dip form, we're going to put it in a food processor and just kind of mash it, and you're going to use the pita to eat it.
And again, yes, that will be for the pita.
Yeah, the pita. The same as
we're going to show you how to make pita, right?
Yes, we're going to make pita from scratch. We already has it. We're having it proofing right now, stage 1. So we're going to do stage 2 on camera and then roll it. And then get it to proof for another 10 minutes before we can just put it on frying pan and cook it.
Okay, well, let's get cooking. So we're now making the pita.
Yeah.
You're going to start with the yeast?
So we're going to start with making the yeast. We have lukewarm water and lukewarm milk that we warmed up at just the right temperature, usually 35 degrees, so that the yeast doesn't die, because if you have a warmer temperature, you will kill the yeast right away.
Right. And the easy way, you just dip it on your wrist, and if it just feels...
Yeah, you touch it with your hands, and if it's just nice and body temperature, that's the perfect temperature.
And you were saying that because you use milk in the pita, it gives it a nice texture.
Yeah, the milk makes the pita softer, so it doesn't get hard over time. So we got a pack of yeast here in the warm water. Here we go.
And it's quick, instant yeast.
Yeah, it rises really fast.
Okay.
We're going to do about 1 tablespoon of sugar. This is 1 teaspoon, so 3 of those. Here we go. And then we're just going to mix it here. If you make your own bread, you'll be eating bread for certain things. You eat pita for other things. But it's becoming really, really popular, because you can do so much with it. Like you can use it as bread, for eating tagine or dipping or salads or whatever. And you can also use it to make sandwiches, because you can cut it in half, and it's like little
pocket.
Little pockets, exactly. And you stuff it with stuff, and Batbout is the right name for it. Usually 1-to-1. Flour to semolina.
And you can pick up semolina flour anywhere, I think.
Once the yeast is elevates a little bit, about 10 minutes, we're going to add it and mix.
And when do you add the milk?
with the yeast. So we're going to put this dough ball on here. Just we got a little bit of flour and semolina for rolling.
And how thick do you want it to be?
About 1/2 centimeter thick.
So quite thin then. It rolls out very nicely.
Yeah, because it rises during the cooking.
And you're just using a bowl to get the size of the pita.
You can do small ones, you can do large ones. We wanted to do this size. This is a good size here.
This is about medium, I guess.
Yeah. So for cutting it, we can use a bowl as soon as it's a little bit sharp, or glass. Just the rims, you use the rim, you just press on the dough and cut it. And put it in different container, different plate.
Well, these will be perfect for tapas.
Tapas, yeah. I like the small ones myself. Semolina keeps them from burning.
So you're
Just
cooking them
that
over a medium heat, dry pan, no oiling. We're using a crepe pan here.
Yes, crepe pan.
And you put a little semolina on so they don't burn and don't stick.
Yeah, like usually they gotta be kind of grainy on the outside. If you think that there is not enough semolina on them, you just add a little bit more before you put them on the pan.
And it's about 2 minutes each side.
About that. And as soon as they start bubbling on the top, here, we flip them.
Ah,
Medium heat won't burn anything. It's perfect. And you gotta notice they're gonna rise. I love making batbout. You know, I didn't make it for a long time, but it's definitely something that I like to do more often. Because when you have batbout, you have ideas what to fill it with.
it's the base.
It's the base, and it's a really good bread for dipping, for the dips, for the salads. I just like to take a piece of bread like this and stuff it with salads. Different salads, like a zucchini salad, eggplant salad, or like a hummus or anything, and make a little vegetarian sandwich. Cheers to the perfect pair.
So Simo, it's a bit early for us to be tasting this wonderful wine, but we have done quite a production with all the pita. Batbout. The best thing to do is to try one while it's still hot.
Yeah, when it's warm, usually it's just
and they're nice and
good like heaven.
they're nice and
So we
fat.
have some olive oil and balsamic here. We got some truffle cheese. Thank you. Let's try it out.
For sure. Oh, that's so nice. We haven't even got to the veggies yet. We've just done the bread, but bread is batbout is very important, right? It's lovely. On to our next tapas, which is going to be the pumpkin dip.
The pumpkin dip spiced with cinnamon and clove and sugar.
And basically, we've got it ready to go. We've mashed the pumpkin. Now you're just going to add the spices.
We're going to add the spices to mix it up, a little bit of butter, some sugar, and that's it. Work it out, and we're going to plate it, and I'm going to try it with the batbout.
Let's get to work. You don't get acorn squash in Morocco.
Well, we have different, but the pumpkin is the most dominant, the most common one.
And it doesn't look like our orange pumpkin. It's green, right?
It's green. Same shape, but green.
Yeah.
They come smaller. We don't make them as big because we don't celebrate Halloween.
Right. And you don't want to fit, just one small squash makes quite a bit of dip.
Definitely. And the color depending on how much spice you put in it. So if you want it more like reddish, you can add more paprika and more chili powder for spice. But we're going to do that as well.
Okay.
I'm going to start with cinnamon.
All
so
right.
I got a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon here. Quarter teaspoon of clove. It's strong. One tablespoon of sugar, and then salt and pepper and butter. Add it in there. A little bit of smoked paprika. I'm gonna do about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. Butter gotta be incorporated, nice, and this butter is kind of on the soft side.
With Simo, I'm surprised at how much it changed in color by adding the spices.
Yes, cinnamon kind of makes it a little bit more browner, and the clove. So we're just gonna add like a dash of extra virgin olive oil here for garnish. And then some cilantro. And then it's ready for batbout.
And you put more spices in. You added some ginger, a little bit of chili.
I did adjust it by taste. So when I tasted it didn't have enough ginger, so I added another teaspoon of ginger. I added another tablespoon of sugar because I wanted a little bit sweeter, and more salt and pepper.
And some chili and a bit of lemon.
Chili powder and a dash of lemon to balance the acidity.
Okay. And before that, you heated it a little bit just so the butter would incorporate.
Yeah, well, the butter was in chunks, so it was a little bit cool. So it didn't go, as I was mixing it into the dip, it didn't kind of incorporate, so I had to warm up the dip too.
And now it's ready to go.
It's ready to go now.
Perfect. On to the next.
Okay, so next we're going to do the zucchini. We're just going to cut the zucchini in slices, and I'm going to boil them in water for about 10-15 minutes. And then we're going to make the salad. While the zucchini is boiling, we're going to cut some shallots, some garlic, put them in the bowl, and then transfer the zucchinis, cut them, and then mix it.
So Simo, you cut the zucchini about 1/4 inch thick, cut it in half.
1/4 inch thick, cut in half, so they're not too big. And then I blanched them for about 3 minutes. And as soon as the middle, that seedy part start to get translucent, you take them out.
Right, you want the outside a bit crunchy.
Crunchy and soft in the middle, so they don't kind of disintegrate in the salad.
Right, so then they're drained, they've cooled a little bit, and in the salad you have?
Shallots, 2 small shallots, 2 cloves of garlic. We used one big one because it was a big one. And then that's it. And then we're going to add some olive oil. We're going to add apple cider vinegar, some spices, smoked paprika, turmeric, salt and pepper. And then we're going to mix it.
All right.
And a dash of lemon juice at the end, and we're good.
I love the Spanish smoked paprika.
It has a special taste.
I use it in so many things. You don't think of a salad in which zucchini holds its own.
Half a teaspoon of cumin. Yeah, well, it holds its own if you don't overcook it, because otherwise it will just get mushy and kind of disintegrate. And that's really important when you're doing the salad. Like, you gotta have a little bit of texture in there. And with the shallots and the garlic is just perfect. So now that we added all the spices, just salt and pepper to taste.
You can put any?
And turmeric, of course. Forgot about that. Thanks you, Sallie. There we go.
Well, it was sitting waiting to be used.
That's right. We need that. So we're going to do about 1/4. Let's try it out, see how it tastes.
That's very nice. Oh, I like that.
Need some lemon, and cilantro.
Nice blend of spices.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite salads. When I go to Morocco, usually there's a few salads that I crave. This is one of them. It's simple, it doesn't have to be. For me, it's very special because it brings memories of my childhood. And that's what food does, usually. It brings you back in time.
This is ready to go.
It's ready to go. So we did spice it up and everything. We put the lemon, we garnish it with cilantro. So we're gonna pair this with the Grenache Syrah Rosé from France, and the reason is because of the ingredients that we used. Usually, you got that smoked paprika in there, you got the garlic in there. It's like a lot of Mediterranean, kind of fresh, kind of summery. It brings it brings you up.
And we just happen to have 2 glasses of the rosé, which is a beautiful color.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how much I like this salad. When you said zucchini salad, I thought, but it is absolutely delicious.
It's very good, yeah.
Perfect pair. Perfect pair.
Perfect pair.
On to the kebabs. All right, Simo, we are now getting the kebabs ready.
That's right, yeah. We have some mushroom brushed in white wine, and then we have some sweet peppers, red, yellow, and orange, and we have some shallots that are chopped in half, and some cherry tomatoes. We squeezed half a lemon in here. We have about 1 tablespoon of parsley, 1 tablespoon of cilantro, and 2 cloves of garlic chops in there. So,
and you used small peppers that you basically cut in quarters.
Yes, okay. Exactly. Just quarters, so they can go in the skewers nicely.
Great.
So we're going to add the olive oil. We're going to do about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And then we have cumin.
Cumin?
Yeah.
Putting in a teaspoon?
1 teaspoon of cumin. And some salt and pepper. Let's see. So we're going to mix it. And there's everything in there. Got the lemon,
And once
the
it's
oil.
mixed,
We're going to let it rest in the fridge for about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes before we can.
and the vegetables will soak up all the marinade.
Yeah, all the spices and.
And we've got the oven on at 350. We're going to skewer them, and then how long will they be in the oven?
At 350, I think, I don't know, 20 minutes to 30 minutes.
You check.
We're gonna watch them.
Yeah.
Make sure they don't burn, but usually 20 to 30 minutes. I like to leave the mushroom holes because they shrink anyway. Half a mushroom won't do it. It will just disintegrate in there. Do another pepper. More shallot.
And last but not least will be the tahini sauce.
Yeah. Tahini sauce is really, really easy to make. Usually we just mayo and tahini, about 2 part mayo, 1 part tahini, squeeze a lemon juice, salt and pepper, and then if you want to put any spices, you can. Yeah, this marinade usually once it sits, more it sits, stronger it is. So if you don't want it as strong, you don't have to let it rest for 10 minutes. I like a little bit more flavor. This is a nice little dish, you know. It's very colorful. It's tasty. It doesn't need to have meat in there. You know, I know some people like meat, you know, all the time. I don't. Really good veggies go a long way.
And it's interesting too, doing it in the oven, so that means you can do it any time of year.
Absolutely.
Great. Now, while the kebabs were in the oven, you made the tahini and yogurt sauce.
Yeah, I made a tahini and yogurt sauce with some lemon juice and parsley cilantro to go with the skewers. So you just put a little bit of sauce on the skewers to serve as you go.
Okay. Oh, this looks quite a feast, Simo. Oh, I was just going to say tahini. I know you can get it in the local stores. Tahini is like peanut butter, but it's made from sesame seeds.
Yeah, sesame seed paste.
Sesame
they call
seed.
it, you know, in oil, in sesame seed oil. So anybody who are allergic to seeds or sesame seed, they shouldn't be consuming this at all.
And we made it with 2 parts yogurt, 1 part tahini.
Yeah, 2 part yogurt, 1 part tahini. 1 part lemon, and then 2 cloves of garlic and some parsley, salt and pepper.
And you said you can make it with mayonnaise, but you prefer the yogurt.
I like the yogurt because yogurt is kind of, you know, it doesn't taste like mayo. It's more like bland. So you can spice it up and give it whatever taste you want. Compared to mayo, it tastes already like mayo.
Well, this looks so good. I think we've earned it today, Simo.
Yeah, we made some fresh batbout from scratch.
That took the longest.
That took the longest, but it's worth it every second of it.
And everything else, really, once you got into it, was quite simple.
Yeah, so my idea behind this, it was to make, 100% vegetarian tapas that taste delicious with fresh bread. There's no meat in there, but guaranteed you'll be satisfied.
Well,
thank you.
I'm going to strip my skewer. Oh, it came off very easily. Add some of the yogurt tahini. Add some of the pumpkin dip. So I am ready to party. Zucchini salad and batbout.
And batbout, yeah. Yeah, I think the batbout is the highlight of the day.
And we opened up a lovely red wine earlier, but I'm so enjoying this rosé. I think I'm going to continue with it.
The rosé is definitely a better fit for the vegetarian dishes. It doesn't have oak. It's really mellow. It's fruity. It goes really well with the veggies, especially with the zucchini salad. I think that's the best pair for the rosé. But either or, and the sauce and the batbout is just perfect.
The sauce is wonderful. The tahini yogurt, just a subtle hint of tahini, doesn't overwhelm it.
Yeah, well, you can make it as strong as you want with the tahini. Just add more tahini to it. But I like it kind of light when it comes to tahini, so it kind of appeal to more people. It's more subtle.
I must confess that the pumpkin dip with the batbout really blends well together. By itself, it was a bit overpowering, but
oh yeah,
the bread kind of absorbs it. Well, I think we have a hit here.
Cheers to the perfect pair.
Until next time. We did it. And I love this zucchini salad.